Hi everyone, welcome back to Sean's World, another renovation video. But before I start on the renovations, I just had a stroll out into the garden, been doing some work, cutting some hedges down and thinking about spring. Though we're freezing cold and we're still in winter, you have to project forward sometimes when you're doing your vegetables and your gardening. So I'm just in an area now where I've had a plan for quite some time about turning this into what's probably referred to as what they call a food forest. Now I think that basically means you've got trees, you've got bushes, and then you've got the ground vegetables and ground cover. So I'm going to look into that a little bit more. This is the area that I'm thinking of doing it in. I've already got started. These have been down a few years, these raised beds. I think I'm going to raise these up a little bit higher and improve the soil quality there so it's a little bit deeper. And what I've got here is like a mini orchard. There's 3 rows of fruit trees. We've got plum, cherries, apples, and we've lost a couple of others just in the middle here. So I'm going to plant up and get that grid of 9 fruit trees in, and then what basically I want to do is sort of square this area off so I don't have to go inside with my ride-on. I can do the outside perimeter, and then all in this square here I'm going to mulch it and probably maybe look at various options, either turn the grass over or put cardboard on top and then some wood chippings, and then put some topsoil and compost on top of the wood chippings. Now, like I say, I've got to do a little bit more research on the most effective method. But yeah, I've got quite an area here. Let's just pace it out and see how many there is. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That area roughly is about 10 by 20, so 200 square metres. This area here, I'll get quite some vegetables in there. Last year I wasn't really able to get on top of this area, and as you know, nowadays it's really important for your food safety to grow your own as well. So if you get any supply problems in the supermarkets or markets, you've got a little bit to tide you over. So that's the idea of this area. Get it all mulched, get some fresh soil in here. And yeah, this is going to be a project later on in spring once the ground's a bit more workable. I'm doing the hard landscaping now, getting rid of bushes. I mean, just this area here alone, it was about 8 foot high. I went right the way across here. Got a fantastic view now, especially on a clear day of the orchard. But not only that, it started encroaching, I suppose, over the last 12 years, right out into the orchard area. So I probably gained another 3 metres there as well. So that was well worth doing, although it was hard work. So yeah, it's going to be a spring project, but I'm going to start work on it pretty soon. Right, the cottage is just in the distance through there. Let's get in there and discuss what I'm going to be doing today. So in today's video we're going to head on upstairs and I'm going to do some repairs on the stonework on that chimney breast. So yeah, let me show you what I found. It ain't good. Just on the side of the chimney breast. Yeah, we've started to lose stonework. Now I know it's leaking from up above, but it's been icy, it's been windy. We've had like a severe weather warning every day for I don't know how long. So I haven't been able to get up there. Do need to get up there. But until then, I need to repair and secure this side of the chimney breast before it collapses inside. I can't go on the inside and up yet because it's too precarious. So what I plan to do is fill this, nice draft there, fill this with some lime mortar and get this area all nice and tight and secure before I can go inside from down in the living room and work up inside the void. So yeah, I'm glad I took the render off because I can see what's going on behind it now. There was old render on here which is all gone now. There's some remnants of where it's been leaking with some soot coming through where they had open fires. That's not an issue now because we're going to have a sealed flue all the way through, so no worries about any leakage through the stonework. It's just purely for aesthetics and structural integrity now. So yeah, I'm going to get set up. I'm going to start doing these repairs and start getting this chimney breast safe once again. The more I look, the more I see. So because of the angle of how this is constructed, I've got to be, you know, really careful of what I remove before I put the new stuff back in. So I'm just going to work on sections at a time. I mean, this, as you can see, you know, but it's like you pull one stone out like that one and you pull another one out and all of a sudden you lose that little section, and then the pressure is pushing in, so it will collapse, you know. Fine, careful this area. So what I plan to do with this hole here, I bent some rebar up in that shape. I'm going to put it through so it goes behind the stonework, and I'm going to fix it into the wall that way, and then put some mortar in and a new stone. So I'm going to bang that in there. This is all going to be rendered over as well, so I think it will just help hold it a bit stronger. Okay, let's get that tapped in. That's it. Now we'll be going on the inside of the chimney void and pointing up from that side. It's just to stop it falling out basically. So once that's all rendered over, it will simply just disappear. So once this bit has fully set and gone hard, I can then go downstairs, up into the void, and then I can push against this without it sort of busting out. So it's just got to be done in stages, got to be patient. And I'll just work on this little area here now. Just slowly take each bit out. I just very carefully remove a section. I think it's just clay. Yeah, that's where the timber is there. Let's give that a little spray down. Once again, it's not a very fast job, but a very important one. Don't want to have to rebuild this chimney if I can get away with it. Sure, if I take my time, unpick it and repair it, be fine. So now I can just sort of move along to the left of that area. When this lime does fully cure, it goes absolutely rock hard, so it's good stuff, and it breathes any moisture. Still getting water, you know, coming in from the top, so any moisture and water in here will evaporate. Yeah. Okay, we're making good progress. A little bit more out the top there. Oh, that's not so good. Now this is quite a big stone, and I think if I lost that, I would certainly lose all the section. So yeah, that goes right in. Oh, very precarious. I've just been downstairs and had a look up, and yeah, if this one goes, I'll probably lose half of the chimney stack at least. So yeah, the thumbnail wasn't clickbait. I really did nearly lose this chimney. Now, I haven't saved it yet, but I think I'm on the right side of it. At least if it falls anyway. You know, I was working down there for quite some time. I knew it was a little bit precarious, but you know, you pull one stone out and you know, you can lose the lot. It's the design and the construction of it, you know, it's all bearing in. Pretty much like an igloo sort of thing, it holds itself together. You take one out and slowly you lose it. I've got this mix just about perfect. It's wet enough to get in there, but firm and, you know, stiff enough to hold its shape. You know, if I'd have just gone at this a bit sort of gung-ho and smashed it about, I'd have lost that. So it does pay to go sometimes a little bit slower than what you'd normally do. And the art of this is as well, don't play about with it too much, because the more you work it, gravity will pull it down, you know, it will start bellying. Enough so it keys into the sides, and then leave it. Yep, leave it. Now I am getting infill coming down, dropping down from above me. Oh, there's some more. My next area of concern, there's that bit there. So same procedure again, carefully pick away, feel, and just work my way around. Now we definitely work on this area first. Get some mortar in there. If it's quite a large gap, we'll get a stone. Got one waiting here. Yep. I don't want to push it in case I lose something on the other side. What I'll do is just work my way around areas like that that have got big holes in them, give them a damp down. I'm going to get my ladders out in a minute and we'll work on this area. It's kind of like a fault line running through there and round the side. You can see me here, I am. Yeah, there's a fault line that runs down here and round the side. Sometimes that's the best method, literally just to throw it in. I've got a good amount in there, so we're going to let that set. I don't want to move it about or disturb any stones in that area now, so let's work round to the other side. Now I know this side isn't too clever neither, but let's take a closer look. So yes, once again it comes as no surprise, there's a big fault line through here, big major crack that runs up there, so if anything, this side needs more attention than the other side. Now I personally think it's worth saving this chimney breast. You know, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it will be once it's rendered. And you start losing character in a place before you know it. Yeah, it's not looking as good as what it could do. Now I know in a lot of countries the practice is, you know, if it's a little bit not too clever, just rip it down and put something new there, but no, I don't subscribe to that. If it can be rescued and renovated, then that's the course I'm going to take, because before you know it, the next generations, they're not going to have anything to visit and go and check out like I do. Oh, by the way, have you checked out the other channel? Of course you have. Right, okay, let's get another mix going. Yeah, let's slowly pick away at this again without losing any stones. I think we're on the turning point now. So literally no need for anything fancy or pretty, just a case of just getting it in there. trouble there. So basically what I'm doing there is filling in all the deep holes, and once that's set and gone hard, then I can go over it with the render. So a little bit monotonous, but weirdly therapeutic. It's always nice when you repair things. Too easy just to rip it out and put new. Sense of achievement when you do things yourself. Now Sam has done me a roast duck dinner today. So yeah, looking forward to that. Now if you've never done anything like this, you know, pointing, cementing, you'll be surprised. Some people take to it, you know, as if they've always done it. Some never get the hang of it, admittedly, but you might even surprise yourself and give it a go. I mean, obviously there are some jobs where you need a tradesman and it's important that it is done correctly, but a lot of the time, you know, it's your patio, something like that, just give it a go. You might even enjoy it. Price of a bag of cement and some sand. Sam's keeping me going with coffees, hot chocolates. And of course, a Sunday roast. Oh yeah, it just transforms it. Brilliant. Right, Sam has called dinner. Let's go and see what I've got. Hard life, eh? Alright, don't get up on my behalf, you stay there. That's how you've had your dinner. How you all squeezing there, I don't know.
Phoebe's got her eye on your duck.
Yeah, I better get in there and finish it off. Wow, this looks lovely. Delish. Now back to work. That's a real struggle dragging myself away from that lovely roaring fire. Oh, it's horrible out here, but it's got to be done. Got to save the building. But I must press on, because one day in this cottage I'll have a roaring fire in here and I'll be able to sit next to that. So yeah, just keep pushing on with it. But it is hard once you've had a nice Sunday roast and you're warm, coming back out in the cold. Right, let's get going again. So, about a 6 foot section, all nice and secure now and tight. Just going to work my way around, look for all those holes and defects in it, and fill it up. And then when it comes to render, you know, it gives it a good key. Yeah. I was going to close it all in with stud work, and then I thought, no. I think I'm going to keep it as a feature. Whatever I do with it, I'm going to render it, so that's still got to be done. But initially I thought maybe I'll, from the base, build it up straight, maybe step it back once it gets to about sort of 6-7 foot, and then put some cupboard doors on the front and have like a bit of a, like an armoire looking thing really, but sort of incorporate it. So I'm still bouncing around in my head with that idea, I'm not quite sure yet. But like I say, whatever I do, it will be rendered. There's got a bit of a gap here, so a bit working back to front again, but let's get something in there like a tile. Sort of nice and sharp, so gives it something to key into. So that's the worst of it done in that section. Let's just move down to this section here. Yeah, I don't want to remove too much. Let's stand back and have a proper look. Oh yeah, if you squint your eyes that looks much better. Yeah, there's just a few more areas of concern. A little bit too high for me steps, so I'm going to go and get my ladders around that area there. So yeah, the winds are getting up. They have forecast another storm coming. They have named the storm, so it's going to be, you know, fairly windy. That's what's been falling down lately, I can hear. Fill that bit and the rest will have to be off of a little scaffold. I'm back over to the first section now. I think if I've got another mix out of the amount of sand I've got, I think I'll give this a coat. So there we have the first coat on. So it's not got to look pretty, it's just got to be functional. That's really binded all the stones and everything together now, so I'm pretty, you know, pretty happy with that. It's not going to go anywhere now. We'll let it dry out before we go over it again. So I've got a little bit more left. I'm just going to go around and fill some more holes in. So I think I'll do this area here. And then that was the main concern for me, this side at least. And then we'll work over there a bit further a bit later on. But yeah, it looks better. To me, it feels a lot better. I would also like to thank all my patrons and buy me a coffee contributors. Thank you very much once again. Welcome Keith and Jill to the Patreon. Thank you Brian for buying that lovely big thick teak chopping board on eBay. Thank you very much. It's on its way to you and you should have it very, very shortly. Okay, that is it. I've got a little bit more finishing off to do with the amount I've got left in the bucket. Sam's called me in for my afters and I'm not going to miss that. It's a caramel and pear tart. So, right, okay, that's enough for today and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.